Is it happening? Is it right now? Uh, 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 Coming together in love we rise. Building community online. Sharing our hearts feels mighty fine. Making each day better, one song at a time. Coming together in love we rise. Clap, clap. Building community online. Clap, clap. Sharing our hearts feels mighty fine. Making each day better, each day better, each day better, one song at a time. Hey, everybody. Great day. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever we happen to be in the world. Happy journey to us all. Arnaé here. So glad to see you all on this beautiful Tuesday edition of Daily Antidote of Song that is lovingly and consistently brought to you every single day by the very beautiful folks over at Carpe Diem Arts. Give them a hand. Every day you get fed. So it's July 12th and it's 800. Somebody's going to tell me. I'm thinking it's like 8:30, something like that. Someone will tell me. Um, And we are back with more affirmative messages of peace, social justice, togetherness, and my favorite, joy. All right, let's get this party started by saying greetings to our Facebook Live family. All right, y'all know the drill. To the left, up top, to the right, on the bottom. Everybody, left, up top, to the right, on the bottom, and then just spread it all around. Just go ahead and spread the love. Spread love. Fantastic. And I always like to start the hellos to Joe Rossi, the creator of this series. Let's give her a hand. Busy Graham, Diane, there's Aaron, there's Anna, there's Katie, and our magically delicious Zoom guru for the day is Jaden. Give it up for Jaden. Thank you so much, Jaden, for being here. All right, let's take a breath. Whew. We got some crewmers in the shroom in the afternoon at the Zoom. And don't ask me what I just said. All right. So glad to see Dick and Kathy. So glad to see Arlene in Berkeley. So glad to see Ruth in Birmingham. So glad to see Sherry in New Hampshire. So glad to see Kevin in D.C. So glad to see Susan in Seattle. So glad to see Caroline in D.C. So glad to see Ralph in Victoria. Luda in Victoria. Oh, Luda, I gotta stop for pick up my love. Thank you very much. So glad to see Karen in Iowa. And Becky, Kane, I see you there. And Jamie in Victoria. Oh, Gary with all the solutions. Sarah in Texas. P. Barth. Greetings to you. Sheila in Florida. And Jenny in Suffolk, UK. I see one curly top. Is there another curly top? They'll come around. Good to see that one curly top. Annette Perone, good night. Good day to see you. Okay, stop moving. Steve and Michelle in Silver Spring. Christiana and Joe in Berlin. Greetings. Hoda in BC. Wonderful to see you. There's Bronwyn in Victoria. Victoria is here in the house today. Amanda and Alex and Miles. And Pauline in Newcastle, UK. Great to see you. Kate is at home. Nice to see you. Deli is out in the world. Dennis in Victoria, BC. Nice to see you. Susan G, my girl. Aloysius all the way all over the world somewhere. Bonnie in Boise. Always love to have you here. Anne in Maryland. And Margaret Wells. And Kevin is here. Yay, Kevin. Kevin says it's day 828, and I believe him. All right. Kevin with the numbers. And then we got Kate in Charlottesville. And Cricket. Hello to you. And Martha Wagner, Bob and Mabel with the Bears. Tusi is here. Linda Rose in Massachusetts. And y'all are moving. Let me take a breath. Okay. And Linda. Okay, I did say Linda Rose in Massachusetts. There's Jane in Maryland. LMG. Nancy in. And Kachina is here. Hello, everybody, body. Wonderful to have you here on this very special day. Glad you are here. Okay, it's day 828. For any new people in the room, please feel free to identify yourselves and the city or country that you are coming in from. And we really want to know how you found Daily Antidote of Song. All right, put it in the chat. So today, 8/28, it is National Simplicity Day. Did y'all know that? It's Cow Appreciation Day. So Nancy with the moo cow, this is the appreciation day for you. And it is National Pecan Pie Day. Or as my uncle said, pecan pie. I did a song with Jim Carrey years ago. Pecan pie, pecan pie. Y'all should get that record. All right, our song leaders for today. I'm just gonna call them for it. Dick and Kathy, come forward. Come forward.
Oh, we are here, and it's so great to be here with you, Arnaé, and with everybody. Wow. And just thinking about that, you said like you're celebrating the joy. That's great because that's the song that we're gonna do two today, but one of them is called "Bringing Joy to Your Heart." Um,
Wow. Okay, so who
yeah,
wrote the first song?
I did, yes,
Got it.
yeah, yeah, and
Fantastic.
yeah, had some kind of interesting inspiration. Somebody once said to me, it's like, you bring such joy to my heart. And it was like, wow, that's great because I want to bring joy to your heart. And it was like, ooh, I want to bring joy to your heart. That turned into a song. But also, many folk here may know that I drove public transit for 13 years here in Victoria.
Should I get the sign?
Sure, yeah, yeah. I left BC Transit in September, so now I have more time to do these kinds of wonderful things. But there are some old buses in the fleet that have air-powered windshield wipers that don't just cruise along nicely in rhythm like this. Sometimes they do funny things, like they get out of sync with each other and create polyrhythm, like and then they'll be
Wow.
back in line, and it's like, ooh, sure, show them the
Look at this,
sign.
folks.
It's the sign. Yeah.
Hey. Oh, I
I got my
love
own
it.
bus stop. We can put it in front of the house if we want.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So we'll get the song going. And with apologies to the fact that it is apparently National Simplicity
Simplicity Day?
Day, mm, the
Well,
rhythm
no
may or may
apologies
not be
necessary.
simple.
No apologies necessary because it's also Amazon Prime Day. So go
Okay, well,
figure.
go figure that. All right, and we do this in C. Yeah. So we'll help you get going, and then we'll explain a little something. Okay.
Okay. So do we have lyrics in the chat? Let's we have our lyrics
Okay, we
first.
went
There we
Okay,
go.
halfway.
and sure, go ahead.
Here we go. I want to bring joy to your heart. I want to bring joy to your heart. I want to bring joy to your heart. Joy, joy, joy. Do that again now. I want to bring joy to your heart. I want to bring joy to your heart. I want to bring joy to your heart. Joy, joy, joy. And then it goes, joy, joy, joy. Let me bring you some joy, joy, joy. I want to pour it on you. Joy, joy, joy. Let me share my joy, joy, joy. So we got this to your that, this to your that thing happening. So eventually, we would love you to suggest some one syllable, this to your that we can weave in on the fly. Okay, so other verses I wrote were things like wind to your sail or blue to your sky. So I need a this to your that, and I'll watch. Okay, and
Peanut butter to jelly.
uh, one syllable, that'd be great because then I got to make something else up to fit in the verb phrases. All right, I'll start again and then I'm watching the chat. Let's see what happens.
There's one down there.
I want to bring joy to your heart. I want to bring joy to your heart. I want to bring joy to your heart. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Let me bring you some joy, joy, joy. I want to pour it on you. Joy, joy, joy. Let me share my joy, joy, joy. Peace to your life. I want to bring peace to your life. I want to bring peace to your life. I want to bring peace to your life. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Let me bring you some peace, peace, peace. You know I'm praying for it. Peace, peace, peace. Let me share my peace, peace, peace. Well, here's a funny one. I want to bring hick to your cup. I want to bring hick to your cup. I want to bring hick to your cup. Hick, hick, hick. Hick, hick, hick. Let me bring you some hick, hick, hick. I'll be stuttering it. Hick, hick, hick. Let me share my hick, hick, hick. I want want to bring hope to your grief. I want to bring hope to your grief. I want to bring hope to your grief. Hope, hope, hope. Hope, hope, hope. Let me bring you some hope, hope, hope. And it'll be so tender. Hope, hope, hope. Let me share my hope, hope, hope. Light to your eyes. I want to bring light to your eyes. I want to bring light to your eyes. I want to bring light to your eyes. Light, light, light. Light, light, light. Let me bring you some light, light, light. You know it's shining on you. Light, light, light. Let me share some light, light, light. Oh, these are fun, and we'll go to. I want to bring dance to your feet. I want to bring dance to your feet. I want to bring dance to your feet. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. Let me bring you some dance, dance, dance. Well, we'll be stepping it. Dance, dance, dance. Let me share this dance, dance, dance. Oh, here we go. I want to bring smile to your face. I want to bring smile to your face. I want to bring smile to your face. Smile, smile, smile. Smile, smile, smile. Let me bring you some smile, smile, smile. Well, it'll be beaming at you. Smile, smile, smile. Let me share a smile, smile, smile. We'll wrap it up with I want to bring joy to your heart. I want to bring joy to your heart. I want to bring joy to your heart. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Let me bring you some joy, joy, joy. I want to pour it on you. Joy, joy, joy. Let me share my joy, joy, joy. Oh, there are so many fun suggestions in there. I couldn't fit them all in, but check your chat and take that song and may it continue to bring joy to your hearts.
I think I put in ice to your cream.
I thought, yeah, that's great.
Yeah?
Woohoo. Oh,
Yeah,
nom,
yeah.
nom, nom. That's great.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. That was fantastic, Kathy. Thank you. So when did you write that song?
That would have been while I was still working with transit. It's got to be, I think it was in 2015, possibly, or early
Yeah.
2016. So going back a few years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it just it brews around, and there was a time where, because I know those rhythms, they can be a little challenging for some folks, and I was tempted briefly to straighten it out, but I just love that. I love syncopation too much to let that go. So
So I'm
eventually,
See
wondering.
nods
I see
and
nods,
and
like
yeah,
do do
yeah.
do,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't
I'm
lose.
wondering if you were driving at one point while it was raining and then you were singing the song. I'm just
Oh, absolutely. Because that phrase, that just, the response to I was trying to work the, I want to bring joy to your heart into, because playing around with the melody and then with the windshield wipers doing that,
right.
it was like, ooh,
Oh
that's
my goodness.
kind
Oh
of
my
fun.
goodness.
Let's make this work. And other
Wow.
inspiration has come, while behind the wheel of a bus. Maybe we'll bring, yeah, anyway, still works in
That,
progress. But yeah.
that sounds like a collection. Okay. I love that. I can't wait to get into the second song. But Dick, I've got to ask you about that shirt.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see it.
I don't think
Stand
we've ever.
up, stand up, stand up.
Yeah,
Let's see the whole
okay.
thing.
So here we are, in Victoria, BC, which is named for Queen Victoria, who is notable for a number of things. She is the poster woman for the Victoria Folk Music Society. That meets every Sunday
Okay.
evening in Victoria, and there are a number of levels of irony to this shirt. Some overt and some
Do tell, because
yeah,
I
well,
need to
I
know.
mean, the notion of the colonial empress playing a banjo bears some inspection, and the quote that's there: "We are not a muse." She is
Ah.
she is attributed with the quote, "We are not amused," and the notion that she was a dour, very boring sort of person. Apparently, that's all fiction, and she was actually amused frequently. So, I will point out that our good friend Dennis Donnelly, who is on here, is one of the founders of the Victoria Folk Music Society some 40
Fantastic.
years ago. Dennis, would you like to say hello?
42 plus.
42
I
plus?
think so.
Yeah, okay. Is Dennis here? Where is he? Uh,
I'm glad you're calling on him because I'm gonna put you on the spot, Dennis. For when we finish up, one of the things I so loved about being in your presence was the wonderful poems that you
yeah.
would end every session with. And so I'm going to ask you now if you would grace us after once they're done with the second song, if you just bring forward a song because I miss hearing your voice, I miss your poems. So I'm asking if you will do that, please.
I would be honored.
Fantastic.
There we go.
Fantastic.
That's great.
Fantastic.
So,
All right. So let's talk about the second song.
sure. This is a song by our friend Samara Jade. She comes originally from the Hudson River Valley in New York, lived for a long time also in North Carolina, spends a lot of time in Port Townsend, Washington, which is just over there. And we had the pleasure to arrange things. It started with her having a gig here in Victoria, playing jazz at a castle. There was a castle in, for a wedding that happened on the weekend.
Wow.
And so we said, can we help to set up some other gigs for you? So we did a house concert. She did a house concert on Friday.
At your house?
Not at our house, but
Okay.
a beautiful place overlooking where the ferries come in and out at the north end of the peninsula. So we did that. Sunday we did a service at the Unitarian Church here, Cathy and me and Samara. She played at the folk festival, at the folk club, and that's where I got the shirt. She's a fantastic songwriter. She was a guest artist with the Gettin Higher Choir a few years ago. You can find video of that on our YouTube channel.
But I will say, and she's also, I mean, she's a fabulous musician and a very gifted, well, it came through years and years of hard work and practice, but guitar player and mandola player. So when you do explore and listen to her music, do take in those gorgeous, lyrics and song structures, but pay attention to the guitar and the string playing, because she's something else. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this, what we're going to lead here is the chorus of a gorgeous song that has loads of rich music in it. There's many voices together that we thought is just fits what we do here.
Yeah, the chorus does, can stand alone, but do look up the rest of the song. You can, but yeah.
And we'll have a link to Samara's music there.
Can you line it out for us line by line what we're singing?
Sure. How about we'll sing it through once, then break it down so you catch on. You'll hear the repetition. These songs have wings that lift us where we need to go and cut the strings that tether us to grief and woe. So help us sing of a better world that we will know when we can bring many voices together. That's it. So we've got these songs have wings that lift us where we need to go. These songs have wings that lift us where we need to go and cut the strings that tether us to grief and woe, and cut the strings that tether us to grief and woe. So help us sing of a better world that we will know. So help us sing of a better world that we will know when we can bring many voices together. I think it flows. I bet we got that.
1, 2, 3.
These songs have wings that lift us where we need to go and cut the strings that tether us to grief and woe. So help us sing of a better world that we will know when we can bring many voices together. These songs have wings that lift us where we need to go and cut the strings that tether us to grief and woe. So help us sing of a better world that we will know when we where we need to go and cut the strings that tether us to grief and woe. So help us sing of a better world that we will know when we can bring many voices together.
Oh, wow. I feel like I needed to have a lighter up. You know, how back in the day you had
Oh
your
yeah.
lighter up, just that's such
Oh,
a gorgeous song.
it
Wow.
is.
Was it a song that you she presented with the Gettin Higher Choir when you all were in session?
No,
No, no, that one was new to my ears. It's on. I think it's the song that ends out her "Wave of Bird Song" album, which is a gorgeous work of
yeah.
art. The whole thing, and just sometimes if you listen to an album and there's the songs that really grab you the first time, and this one it warmed up, and then I really heard that chorus and went, whoa, wow. And then asked her how she, if she was okay with us just singing the chorus. She said like that's what came first to her, and then the whole rest of the song came later. But yeah,
I
it's
uh,
just
love the if you notice how much rhyming there is in that little
Yes.
bit of poetry,
yeah.
it just sparkles all over. Yeah, we had a lovely time visiting. She stayed with us here, and
Wow.
so we got to sing a fair bit. She brought us up to sing some harmonies on a couple of her other songs.
Oh my
So
goodness.
maybe we can talk her into coming on to DAS
Yeah.
sometime. What do you think? Would that work?
Wonderful.
That's
That would be wonderful. I think Joe would be okay with that. Do we have votes here? Thumbs up if we're voting
Samara
for
Jade.
Samara Jade.
Okay, we
Thumbs
got
up.
quorum. Good, good.
Okay, so let's talk about Getting Higher Choir. You all have finished your season. When did you finish it?
A couple of weeks ago, and we had a great season. It was different from what we had done the previous four seasons, where we had worked hard on some concert repertoire for the online concert with virtual choir videos, which were great. Joyful efforts to do. This time we thought we'd take a little break, and with our dear friend Dennis and his wife Lynn of the gorgeous alto voice, we decided to merge our two choirs back again and say, everybody come on in Monday or Tuesday on Zoom. Four of us will be singing together.
Oh
We'll
man,
sing the
I love
four-part
it.
harmony,
Yeah.
and we had lots of fun singing shorter songs that we could learn in 2 or 3 sessions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost a shame that we didn't record our last Zoom sessions together, because what we did, we sang through 17
Actually,
fabulous songs.
we did record them. We just
Oh,
haven't.
we did.
Yeah, we
Oh,
were too
we shared
busy
them with our
afterwards. We
people,
haven't
but
shared them.
it's not for public consumption, really. Because
Not yet.
we were
Not yet.
not yet. Anyway, yeah, but anyway, it was just so joy. I mean, it's who knew, right? Of course, we all know what joy can come from gathering this way. When there's some of the song, when you can't be with the one you love in person, love
Love
them
the one.
online, or something
That's
like
a
that.
new
Is that it's a
version.
Love the one you with. Love the
I
I
one.
know.
like that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So there are still opportunities for people to sing with you. You do something on Wednesday nights. Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
Wednesday. The, we do a sing-in. That's been going on Zoom ever since the pandemic hit. In summer times, we invite people who are in the neighborhood here to come down to the park, where I can set up an iPad in the Wi-Fi zone, and we get some people around. All that sound goes out to Zoomers, and you can sing along with that. So there we go. Thanks, Jaden. There's a link.
Wow.
Join
So,
in.
do
Free to
you have a
drop in.
do you have a portable PA system with you to
No, no, no.
amplify?
That's just a bunch of singers around the iPad, and
This is our portable PA.
but
It's
it's
an
a one way.
astonishing
It's an
machine,
outward going. So we
I
don't
know.
hear. We don't hear the other people who are on Zoom same way that we do here with DAS. So everyone hears what's going on in the park, which can be 10
Yeah.
or 20 people singing around.
Oh my
Thanks,
goodness.
Caroline. And a number of the DAS folks here have been joining us on Wednesdays.
Okay, I need to figure out how you've got this set
Yeah,
up. It's so
yeah.
interesting. You all recently had an adventure in singing.
Uh-huh.
Tell us about that, please.
Right
Oh,
after we finished up
yeah.
the season of our choir, we did a little trip.
And as soon as we could show negative COVID tests, that's the side story. So, we had a brief encounter with that, and we hope, we pray that anyone else has as mild an experience as we did. So we hit the road. It was more complicated because usually there's a ferry that connects Canada, the Sydney Peninsula, over with Anacortes, but it's not running this summer. So it was longer and more complicated to get there. Made slightly more complicated by the fact, as we were pulling off the ferry, we realized that we didn't have our passports with us.
That was my fault.
But thanks to kind border service agents that we stopped and chatted with, and birth certificates and various other, they let us in.
Did you sing for them?
We would probably get back.
Did you sing for them though? That would have gotten you in right away.
Yeah.
That was an
They
idea.
didn't even ask. Oh gosh. So we went to a place called Indralaya, and I think there's a link somewhere, which is on Orcas Island, and it's a camp that was founded back in the 1920s by the Theosophical Society. And at some point in their history, singing and music has always been a part of, all communities. Hard to imagine a really happy, functioning community without music of some sort. Anyway, two women started a little singing retreat, and then over the years, it's been so loved that they've turned it into a week-long deep singing camp. So it's like singing meditation in this glorious pavilion outside with, lots of air blowing through, and at the edge of an apple orchard. And it's really heavenly. You sing until the song has sung itself out, and then you sit in glorious silence until it's time to sing the next song. And you do that for about 2 solid hours.
Which flies
every day.
by.
And then sometimes an afternoon session of the same, or maybe more complex songs that can still be given that treatment. And there's plenty of spaciousness to explore the gorgeous wooded trails, or swim in the ocean if you're brave enough, or
Oh my goodness.
commune with the local wildlife.
And the
which there is
lovely
much.
people who show
Any
up
baby
at
seals?
30.
Are there any baby seals there?
There can be.
Probably. There may be seals there.
You got me the last time on that one. Okay, so hold on. This deep singing means you go deep into the song, into the feeling of the song. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, and you repeat it enough times. So
These are
everybody-
chants. These are
Yes.
And they have a song book that if you don't know the song yet, you can have a look. It might be 8 bars long or something, like a lot of the things that we do as pocket songs, we can call them. And then once you're comfortable with it, you can close your book, close your eyes if you want, and everyone in a circle singing it. It's really, really lovely. Yeah.
And so there's a range. Some of them are unison chants. Some of them, might take a little more teaching at first before people can set their books down and settle into it. Yeah. Some of them are, and they come from different cultures from around the world. We sung in Arabic and in Zulu and in
Sanskrit.
Sanskrit. And I'm
Latin.
thinking of this gorgeous one. Some of the folks in the UK probably know of Nkomo Clark. And a number of his pieces are in like the Kwan Yin Bosai,
Yeah.
which may only have 3 notes in it,
Right.
but it is just
Wow.
Yeah.
Expansive.
Songs,
anyway. Yes,
songs from the Teze tradition. There's a place
Hold
in
it up closer.
France,
Okay.
Teze,
Okay.
where their songs are prayers in a sense, and they're as short as that little 1-page thing, for example.
Wow.
They're worth repeating with juicy
Wow.
harmonies. And another feature of the pavilion, the round building with a high roof, and they knocked some windows out so that we could have more ventilation. You can sit, there's 4 chairs in the middle if you want to sit and hear
And
all
just
of it around you. I
Wow.
see people
I
posting
think
in the chat who've been there. Martha's-
Wow. And so there's a song leader. You all sit around the song leader and they teach and
Actually, they're in the circle as well. There are
They'll-
two women who take turns proposing the next song and leading.
yeah. They may step into the center and teach, or like walk around the room to make sure, because some of them are unison, but some do have 4-part harmony, so they may teach the parts. And then once it's going, they just sit down and join the circle, and somehow collectively we feel our way into just when the song.
oh wow.
When the
That's
song, it's almost feels at times like the song starts singing you, and
wow.
So
Wow.
September is the next deep singing. It's going to be just a weekend, a long weekend, maybe 2, 3 days.
And you
Look it up.
camp out
Cathy
there?
Baker.
You
Sorry,
do you camp there?
You can.
you
You have
can.
options. They try to make it as accessible as possible. So you can stay in a tent. You can stay in a rustic cabin with no plumbing. You can stay in a cabin that might have its own little washroom, or something a little more luxurious. Everybody gets a job while you're at camp just to help things run. You can also sign up to be, I forget what they call it. It might be like a fellowship or something where you do a few more hours of helping out, maybe in the organic garden or little work projects
Oh,
to help
wow.
defray your costs to make it
Yeah.
accessible, or
And
to make
totally,
it financially
yeah,
available.
vegetarian kitchen. And if you're vegan, you will find enough food to eat for sure and be well fed.
Wow. Wow.
We
And
got the cookbook.
tell us about the COVID guidelines that they've got in place.
That they this time they asked for everyone to have a negative rapid test the day before showing up, and be vaccinated. Nope, I don't know if they required that.
Vaccinations were not required, but proof of positive COVID test was, and things did get a little bit complicated, but ultimately there you go.
The chat.
We did end up, it was optional, and then there were times where we all did choose to sing with masks anyway, just to ensure, to
Yeah,
keep
it was
everybody
Wow.
on top of the safety.
a lovely time. And then after that, we didn't even know that we were going until 2 days before because of the COVID test. But then we figured we could come back the other way around to Port Townsend, meet our friend Gretchen Schleicher, who has been
Gretchen,
here.
yes.
She lives there. Lawrence Cole lives there, but we thought he was going to be in
Oregon.
Oregon. But we show up at Gretchen's place, and there's Lawrence in, next door.
Nice.
And so this was Wednesday evening. Some of you were there when we failed to get onto one ferry and had to drive an extra about 3 hours to get around the others, but managed to roll right on and off the other ferries. We got there just in time, and Samara showed up at the same time as well because she was coming up for this gig. So we had a blast on Wednesday. Anyone who was there, we were just in our
we packed.
element. Yeah,
We packed 5 of us
on screen.
around the little computer, so we got, because we had already planned to sing a song of Lawrence's and Samara's and Gretchen, so it's like, well, we're here.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Anyway,
Oh, that sounds incredible.
yeah.
That sounds incredible. Plans for CCLT coming up?
We've got plans.
Okay.
Absolutely do.
Yeah. If
Okay.
all goes well, we will be doing the community choir leadership training program with our dear friend Dennis, who has been doing that for many years. September, well, we have a full roster of students signed up already for this year. If you are interested in it, I might be able to
Make sure that
put a link to that if anyone's interested. It's a course for learning how to lead community choirs in the model of the Gettin Higher Choir and other groups who've done this. Arnaé took that course. She stayed with us
I
here.
know. Oh man, I failed miserably, but it's
But you redeemed yourself.
about learning. It's about learning. And I really had to understand. It's one thing to know how to sing. It's another thing to understand how to teach. And so I'm going to I'm going to ask Dennis to come back in after we do a reprise of one of the songs that you did. You can choose which of the songs.
Yeah, should we do many voices?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so everybody get your flicker,
Okay.
get your fake flickers up.
You can even use your cell phone.
You got an app?
Light. Apparently. Yeah.
There's an app.
That's right.
Let's
That's
sing it
right.
through twice. Let's sing that through. These songs have wings that lift us where we need to go and cut the strings that tether us to grief and woe. So help us sing of a better world that we will know when we can bring many voices together. These songs have wings that lift us where we need to go and cut the strings that sing of a better world that we will know when we can bring many voices together.
And that's lovely. And while we're in the spirit of that, Dennis, will you please come forward and bless us with your words? So you're muted, Dennis. Okay, somehow you're still muted.
There we go. I had a little thing popping up saying that I couldn't unmute, so here I am. This is from John O'Donohue. I knew John, and it seems very appropriate. He's an Irish poet. He died 10 or 12 years ago, unfortunately, way too soon, because the world needs his wisdom and his energy now as at no other time. This is a blessing for peace. He wrote a whole book of blessings. In North America, it's called To Bless the Space Between Us. In England and Britain, it's called Benedictus. This is a blessing for peace, John O'Donohue. As the fever of day calms, may all that is strained in us come to ease. And I notice in the chat that there's some things going on with different people. And I've just learned about a friend of mine who is having some difficult issues right now. So let's just remember anybody in our world, in our personal worlds, who is suffering from any kind of adversity, physical or emotional. As the fever of day calms, may all that is strained in us come to ease. We pray for all who suffered violence today. May an unexpected serenity surprise them. For those who risk their lives each day for peace, may their hearts glimpse providence at the heart of history. That those who make riches from violence and war might hear in their dreams the cries of the lost. That we might see through our fear of each other a new vision to heal our fatal attraction to aggression. Ooh. That those who enjoy the privilege of peace might not forget their tormented brothers and sisters. That the wolf might lie down with the lamb, that our swords be beaten into plowshares, and not hurt or harm be done anywhere along the holy mountain.
Wow. Anyone has any questions about CCLT, you want to go just for Dennis's poems. Just for that. Just for that. Dennis, wow. Thank you so much. Tell us the name of that poem again, please.
It's a blessing for peace, John O'Donohue, from his book To Bless the Space Between Us.
God bless you. Thank you for blessing us with that, Dennis. And Dick and Cathy, thank you for being here. You all are the hosts with the most. I can't wait to see and hug you all again. Hopefully it'll be soon. Everybody, give them a hand. Those people in Victoria, I tell you, it's something in the water. It's something in the water up there.
And they're
All
singing in the
right.
air.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dick and Cathy,
So
for
welcome.
sharing your time, your incredible talents, your beautiful hearts and spirits, and all that joy, bringing the joy today. We're so very grateful. Everybody,
So welcome.
Dick Jackson, Cathy Baker, give them a hand. Give them a hand.
It's a joy to be part of this community with everyone here and Facebook Live. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
All
Arnaé.
right.
Thank you.
All
Thanks,
right.
Jaden.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jen.
I don't think there are any announcements for today, so we're just gonna simply invite those who are new to put your name in the chat where you're tuning in from, the city and the country, perhaps, and how you found Daily Antidote a Song. And one of these days, you will be receiving a very special welcome from the series creator, Jojo Rossi. Okay. Oh, I got a class to get to. I'm going to say goodbye to our Facebook Live family. Satara, if you're out there, sending you love. And then let's say goodbye to the Zoomers